folks. I'm Ashley Bradnam, and welcome to the grand final of Head to Head. What about it? Oh, yeah, it was 42 weeks ago we were asked to find Australia's greatest sporting mind. Many talented trivia competitors have tried, but all but two have fallen. The first Saturday in December, it's finally arrived, and in a mere 30 minutes' time, we will have fulfilled our quest and crowned the undisputed sporting trivia champion of Australia. Thanks to ABC Shops, the winner of tonight's battle will win tickets to the finals of Wimbledon, as well as the respect and the devotion of the adoring public. This will be a cracking contest. The crowd are hushed. The tension is unbelievable. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just get on with it. Let's meet our grand finalists.
I really don't know if I could be Australia's greatest sporting mind. Daniel's very good.
The first thing I said when Tony told me about the show was, oh, I'll win that.
I never honestly thought I'd get this far. Here I am on the last Saturday in December.
Am I Australia's greatest sporting mind? I was confident before because the standard was at one level. I took it to another level. Rob's at least matched me.
I've prepared for the competition by reading a lot and watching a lot of sports videos, and yes, I don't get out much.
I have bathed in Wisden Cricketers' almanacs and any sporting books I can find. My strengths, my speed, my cricket knowledge, and the fact that I really need to get out more.
I've got to be confident. It's not one of my great strengths, but look, I'm relaxed and I'll just enjoy the show, and whatever comes, comes.
There's just something about knowing that of all the people who study all the sports in Australia, I can trump them. That's a great feeling.
That's our grand finalists. Let's bring them out here, folks. And our Pool B champion is back, Rob Caskie, a federal police officer from Flory in the ACT. Rob, of course, a six-time champion and holder of multiple head-to-head world records. Another round of applause, please, for Rob, who's back tonight in the big grand final. How are you feeling?
Not too bad at all. I'm ready to give it a red-hot go.
Well, you're in the top two in the country.
Yeah.
You're 30 minutes away from perhaps becoming Australia's greatest sporting trivia mind. On a serious note, what would that mean to you?
I suppose it'd be the respect of my children and family.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Let's bring on your opponent. Our Pool A champion is back, Daniel Viles, a student from Carindale in Queensland. Daniel was a 7 times champion, the first man to break the magic 50-point barrier. Your hands together, please. One more time for Daniel. Welcome back.
Thanks, good to be back.
What's it been like the last few months watching it at home and knowing that you're going to come here just for the grand final to take on the eventual champion?
It's been really good, actually, just seeing the standard rise. I reckon next year it's going to rise even further, and it's a real honour to be the person who set the standard in the first place.
What? If you've just tuned in and you missed the Pool A part of the series, Daniel struggles with his confidence. Okay? Are you going to beat him?
Am I going to beat him? I'm a real chance.
Rob, are you going to take this?
That's okay. I'm relaxed.
Just let your performance do the talking. Good luck to both of you. I'm really looking forward to this. The top 2 sports trivia minds in the country going for the right to win the belt. Let's get on with it. Emma, can you please take the robes? Here we go. The boys are focused. The big unstripping. Relax, there's no way in. We are now ready to go. Let's play the first quarter of the head-to-head grand final. Okay, that's the first quarter. There are 10 questions, either multiple choice or true or false. 1 point for a correct answer. No penalty for a wrong answer. And Rob, after winning the toss, you will answer first. Hit the hot seat. Good luck.
Thank you.
10 questions, away we go. Grand final action here on Head to Head. True or false? The Sydney to Hobart yacht race is 805 nautical miles.
True.
Incorrect. 630. A stumble early for Rob, shooting from the champions' corner tonight. Question number 2. Which of these players was never dismissed on 99 in a test? A. Dean Jones, B. Mark Waugh, C. Ian Chappell, or D. Don Bradman?
C. Ian Chappell.
Is incorrect. Actually, the Don never dismissed in the 90s at all.
Huh.
Question number 3 for you, Rob. True or false? South Africa and Australia first played rugby union against each other in 1953.
True.
Incorrect. 1921. Question number 4. Which of these horses has the most Group 1 wins? A. Mackay Diva, B. Kingston Town, C. Sunline, or D. Octagonal?
B. Kingston Town.
I was hoping you'd say that. He's away, folks. Put your hands together. That is correct. Going to be a big relief.
Yeah.
Gets easier from here. Well done. Congratulations, you're off the mark. You're on 1. We're up to question number 5. True or false? The presiding judge in the second Rodney King police bashing trial was an Australian Olympic gold medalist.
True, it was John Davies.
That is correct. Question number 6. Which one of the following has never won the Federation Cup of Women's Tennis? A. Belgium, B. Slovak Republic, C. Great Britain, or D. South Africa?
D. South Africa.
Is incorrect. C. Great Britain, the answer we're looking for there. You're anchored on 2 at the moment. We move on to question number 7. True or false? Richmond full forward Matthew Richardson is the nephew of former politician Graham Richardson.
True.
That's incorrect. How are you feeling, Daniel?
Better.
3 to go, Rob.
Yep.
In which event did Anthony Nick Winter win Olympic gold for Australia? A. Long jump, B. Hop, step and jump, C. High jump, or D. Steeplechase?
I know this one. B. Hop, step and jump.
Good man. Paris in 1924, I believe. Question number 9, true or false? The first Test team to have a wicket-keeper as a cricket captain was England.
True.
False. Billy Murdoch for Australia,
Yeah.
1882.
Yeah.
Not to worry, Rob. Here we go. Final question. Who do Essendon traditionally play on Anzac Day? A. Carlton, B. Collingwood, C. Sydney, or D. Melbourne?
B. Collingwood.
Is a good way to finish what's been a difficult start for Rob tonight. On 4, let's not analyse that too much. You go back to your corner, and Daniel, hit the hot seat.
And the groove's still there.
I just want to get on with it now.
Oh, sure, right. In your own time.
Question number 1. True or false? North Korea qualified for the 1966 Soccer World Cup by beating Australia.
True.
Correct?
Yeah.
And Daniel is away. Only trailing by 3 at the moment. Well done. Roger Federer played only 1 match against Pete Sampras. At which tournament was it? A. French Open, B. Wimbledon, C. US Open, or D. Australian Open?
Classic at Wimbledon.
Is correct. B. The answer we're looking for. True or false? Question 3. Dawn Fraser was the first sports person to be named Australian of the Year.
Is it her or a yachtsman? True.
Incorrect. Should have gone the yachtsman.
Right, yeah.
Jock Sturrock in 1962. First stumble, not to worry. Apart from Greg Cornelison with 4 tries, who was Australia's other try scorer when the Wallabies defeated the All Blacks 30 points to 16 in 1978? A. Gary Pearce, B. Ken Wright, C. Tony Melrose, or D. Stan Pilecki? You remember the match?
Well, I was 2, so no. But from reading, Gary Pearce.
That's correct.
Yeah.
True or false? 6 cities beginning with M have hosted the Summer Olympics.
Munich, Manchester, Montreal, Moscow, Melbourne, and I can only count 5 false.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Good logic in your thinking. Hey, take your time. There's plenty at stake. Well done. Question number 6. Which of these was not a Melbourne Cup winner at odds of 100 to 1? A. Hijinks. B. Wotan. C. The Pearl. Or D. Old Rolly.
The Pearl.
Incorrect. Actually, A. Hijinks, 50 to 1
Oh.
in 1960. 4 all, we're anchored at the moment. Question number 7, true or false? This year, Sylvester Stallone has been filming another Rocky movie, Rocky Balboa, which will bring the total to 6.
False.
It's actually true.
Okay.
Question number 8. Who were England playing when they amassed the record-breaking single innings total of 903? A. Australia, B. South Africa, C. Bangladesh, D. New Zealand.
Australia.
Correct. Up to 5, and you're leading at the moment. 2 questions to go, true or false. In 1877, Carlton Football Club played a Sydney team in one rugby union game, followed by an Australian rules game.
There was something like that around then, true.
That's correct. And your final question, Daniel, who did not retire in 2000? A. Susie O'Neill, B. Kieran Perkins, C. Andrew Gaze, or D. Mark Woodford?
Andrew Gaze.
Is correct. And a good way for you to finish the first quarter. Well done, Daniel. Plenty of pressure on there. Back to your corner, and that's the first quarter of head-to-head. OK, let's check it out. It's quarter time in the battle for the belt in the grand final, and the score is Daniel 7 leading Rob 4. OK, here we go. You have 2 minutes to answer up to 20 questions on your special subject. Now, again, 1 point for a correct answer. There's no penalty for a wrong answer. You can pass if you'd like to, and we'll return to the question if time permits. Rob, an early stumble. Haven't seen that from you so far on head-to-head. Hit the hot seat. And now might be an apt time to remind you that this time last week, specialty subject, you broke the world record. An amazing performance, 19 out of 20. Put your hands together one more time for that. It was special stuff. And tonight, on grand final night, your specialty subject, the life and times of Lance Armstrong.
Yes.
Why Lance?
Extraordinary athlete, really interesting human being, and what he's achieved is incredible.
You've got a great knowledge of cycling too. You've displayed that many times throughout the show, so I'm expecting big things here.
I hope so.
Good luck.
I need it.
Only 3 points adrift, that's nothing on the show. Here we go. 2 minutes on the clock. And let's rip in here. Your time starts now. Lance's birth name was Lance what?
Gunderson.
Correct. In his first professional race, the Classico San Sebastian, where did Lance finish?
Last.
Correct. In what year did Lance win his third Tour de France?
2001.
Correct. At 16, Lance competed as a professional athlete in what sport?
Triathlon.
Correct. Who did he marry in 1998?
Kristen Richard.
Correct. At which Olympics did Lance finish 14th in the individual road race?
At Barcelona.
Correct. What was his book published in 2000 called?
It's Not About the Bike.
Correct. In what year did Lance become US national amateur cycling champion?
1991.
That's correct. What is the name of Lance's famous wristband line sold to raise money for charity?
Livestrong.
Correct. In what year did he first win a stage of the Tour de France?
1993.
Correct. For how many years did Lance ride with the Motorola team?
5 seasons. 4.
Incorrect. 4. In which 2004 comedy did Lance play a cameo role?
Dodgeball.
Correct. How many stages did Lance win in his 6th Tour de France victory?
5.
Correct. In 2004, he became the first man to win 3 consecutive mountain stages of the Tour de France since 1948, when which rider achieved
Gino
it?
Bartoli.
Correct. In what year was Lance diagnosed with cancer?
1996.
Correct. Who followed Lance as world road racing champion?
Pass.
What are the names of his twin girls?
Isabel and Grace.
Correct. In his 5th Tour de France victory, he beat Jan Ullrich by how many seconds?
61.
Correct. In what year did Lance reveal his relationship with Sheryl Crow?
2004.
Correct. Credited with much of Armstrong's 7 Tour de France successes is team sports director Johan who?
Brunel.
Correct. Who followed Lance as world road racing champion?
1993, it was... Oh,
Buzzer has beaten you too. What about that though, folks? What about that? On grand final night 2 when the pressure was really on, you've delivered. Well done. Luke LeBlanc. I knew you'd know it. You had the time up your sleeve. You quite often beat the buzzer. 18 is a stellar effort. You've jumped all the way up the leaderboard. Well done. Back to you, your corner. And Daniel, hit the hot seat. OK, mate. Any thoughts you had of an easy night out? Have just gone out the window.
He makes you cheer for him.
Come on, mate. You're on 7. Rob's on 22. Your specialty subject is the 2003 Cricket World Cup. Why that World Cup over any other?
I think I've always had a fascination with South Africa. Like, it wasn't the greatest World Cup in terms of the matches, but I just love the South African grounds and the people, and I really hope to go there one day.
2 minutes on the clock. Your time starts now. How many teams took part?
14.
Correct. Who scored an unbeaten 143 in Australia's opening
Andrew Symonds.
games? Correct. Who was named man of the tournament?
Sachin Tendulkar.
Correct. Which team won the toss and which team batted first in the final?
India won the toss and sent Australia in.
Correct. How many wickets did Glenn McGrath take in the first semi-final?
3.
Incorrect. 1. How many sixes did Virender Sehwag hit in the final?
5.
Incorrect. 3. Which captain was sacked following a miscalculation
Sean
in runs? Correct. By how many runs did Canada beat Bangladesh?
45.
Incorrect. 60. Apart from West Indies, how many other teams in Pool B had 2-word names?
Sri Lanka, New Zealand. 2.
Incorrect. And South Africa. Which country, it was 3, which country did New Zealand forfeit to for safety reasons?
Kenya.
Correct. How many 4s did Adam Gilchrist hit in the final?
8.
Correct. Who was the man of the match in the second semi-final?
Sourav Ganguly.
Correct. By how many runs did India defeat Kenya in the second semi-final?
92.
Incorrect. 91. In which city did Australia play Sri Lanka in the first semi-final?
Port Elizabeth.
Correct. Because of rain in the first semi-final against Australia, Sri Lanka's revised target was how many runs?
190.
Incorrect. 172. Name the 2 protesting Zimbabwean players.
Henry Longer and Andy Flower, great guys.
Correct. In the final, Ricky Ponting scored 140 not out from how many balls?
121.
Correct. Which batsman struck the fastest World Cup century?
John
played for
Davison.
Canada. Correct. How many extras did India concede in the final?
Pass.
How many runs did Australia score off Zahir Khan's opening over in the final?
14.
Incorrect. 15. How many extras did India concede in the final?
42.
Incorrect. 37. You've beaten the buzzer. Put your hands together, folks, for Daniel from Queensland. Well, the crowd started up a bit of a chant there for your name, but I've got to imagine, you know, you talked it up. You do know your stuff. There's no way you'd be here if you didn't, but you'd have to be a little bit disappointed with that. Just 12 correct answers. You're on 19. Back to your corner, Daniel. OK, game on our hands here, folks. It's the grand final. And the great news, at least as far as you're concerned, Rob, is that our adjudicator has decided to accept your answer for how many years Lance Armstrong rode with the Motorola team. That's another point to you. That equals your world record, in fact, from last week. Shoots you up the leaderboard even further. Put your hands together for that. It's a world record on grand final time. And it's now half-time in the battle for the belt. And the score is Rob 23 leading Daniel 19. Away we go. This is it. The all-important Premiership quarter. Our competitors assume the buzzers. We get down to business and we go head-to-head. 2 minutes of questions. Now, there's still 1 point for a correct answer, but now there's a 1 point penalty if you get it wrong. It'll be interesting to see the way this one pans out. 2 minutes on the clock, grand final action. Someone is about to be crowned Australia's greatest sporting trivia mind. Your time starts now. Which was the second non-Victorian club to win the AFL Premiership, Daniel?
Adelaide.
Correct. Who was captain of the Wallabies on their Grand Slam winning tour? Daniel?
Mark Ella.
Incorrect. Andrew Slack. In which sport was Australian Aussie Pickworth a famous? Rob?
Cycling.
Incorrect. Golf. Who passed away first? Don Bradman, Keith Miller or Lindsay Hassett? Rob?
Lindsay Hassett.
Correct. Which country hosted the 1994 Soccer World Cup? Daniel?
United States.
Correct. By how many times did Ian Stewart win the Brownlow medal? Rob?
3.
Correct. Which of these has not won 8 Olympic medals? Dawn Fraser, Murray Rose or Susie O'Neill? Rob?
Murray Rose.
Correct. Who was captain of the undefeated 1982 Australian Rugby League team? Daniel?
Max Krilich.
Correct. Ethiopian Kenekase Bakali won gold at Athens in 2004 in, Rob?
The 10,000 metres.
Correct. Paul Hawkins is the creator of which famous 3D computer system used in sport, especially tennis? Daniel?
Hawkeye.
Correct. In which Spanish city were the 10th World Swimming Championships held in? Daniel?
Barcelona.
Correct. Who did Jack Dempsey put on the canvas for the long count? Daniel?
Gene Tunney.
Correct. Which NRL team did Luke Bailey play for in 2000? Daniel?
Gold Coast.
Incorrect. St George Illawarra 2006. Who was the first full forward to win a Brownlow? Rob?
Tony Lockett.
Correct. What main colour is the home jersey of the Perth Glory soccer team? Rob?
Purple.
Correct. Who was the last Australian male to win an Olympic gold medal in track and field? Rob?
Ralph Dubell.
Correct. Which Super 14 team does halfback Luke Cordingley play for? Daniel?
Queensland Reds.
Correct. Who did the Brisbane Lions defeat to win the AFL Premiership in 2001? Rob?
Essendon.
Correct. Of which state was the late Alan McGilvray a former... Daniel?
New South Wales.
Correct. Who was the first US cyclist to win the Tour de France? Rob?
Greg LeMond.
Correct. For which AFL team does Matthew Pavlich play? Rob?
Fremantle Dockers.
Correct. And the buzzer has gone. Thank heaven for that. How about that for a quarter of action? That was fantastic stuff. I thought we were going to burn through all the questions that we have, and that never happens on the show. Let's check it out, folks. What a contest tonight. 3-quarter time in the battle for the belt in the grand final, and the score is Rob 32 leading Daniel 25. OK, there's now 2 points for a correct answer, and there's a 2-point penalty for a mistake. There's just 120 seconds before we find out who is Australia's greatest sporting mind. Got to say at the moment, Rob, you're in the box seat. You're leading by 7. The good news, Daniel, is you know that that's less than 4 questions. The 2 points, massive turnaround here. Anything to say, Daniel?
If I win this, you'll be talking about me for years.
Rob, all the best.
Thank you.
2 minutes on the clock, and your time starts now. How many Olympic silver medals did Raylene Boyle win? Rob?
3.
Correct. Apart from Mark Schwarzer, name one of the other goalkeepers. Daniel?
Zelko Kalic.
Correct. Or Kovic. Who has scored most career home runs in Major League Baseball? Rob?
Aaron.
Correct. Who was Australia's Davis Cup captain from 1950 till Rob?
Harry Hotman.
Correct. Who lit the Olympic flame at the 1996 Atlanta? Rob?
Cassius Clay or Muhammad Ali.
Correct. Who was the coach of the Wallabies for the first Rugby World Cup in 1980? Daniel?
Alan Jones.
Correct. For which AFL team does Matthew Lloyd play? Rob?
Essendon.
Correct. In what year was the first NRL Grand Final played? Daniel?
1998.
Incorrect. 2001. For which sport do we associate the name Sid Fisher? Rob?
Yachting.
Correct. In 2004, a world record crowd attended a National Netball League doubleheader in which city? Daniel?
Sydney.
Correct. What home colours are the Queensland Raw soccer team? Daniel?
Orange and blue.
Correct. Up until the beginning of the 2006 season, how many times has the Adelaide Crows won the AFL Premiership? Daniel?
Twice.
Correct. Who made the most test appearances for Australia in the 1990s? Border? Daniel?
Steve Waugh.
Boone or Blewett? The answer was Boone. Incorrect. How many Grand Slam singles titles did Rod Laver win? Daniel?
12. 11.
Incorrect. 11. Which country won the Centenary Rugby League World Cup in 1995? Daniel?
Australia.
Correct. Which horse did Might and Power narrowly defeat into second place in the 1997 Melbourne Cup? Doriemus. Which Nebraskan-born tennis player ended 2003 ranked #1 in the world? Daniel?
Andy Roddick.
Correct. Who is the coach of the ACT Brumbies? Rob?
Laurie Fisher.
Correct. Name one of the 2 VFL teams for which legend Roy Kazali played. Rob?
Richmond.
Incorrect. St Kilda or South Melbourne. For which state does Cameron White play cricket? Rob?
Victoria.
Correct. Birchgrove Oval was the original home ground of the Balmain Tigers. That is done and dusted. The buzzer has sounded and we have a winner. The boys are congratulating one another. Let's go to the scoreboard for confirmation on our big head-to-head grand final, and you can see Australia's champion for 2006 is Rob from the ACT. Rob, 46 points to 33, the final score. Come on over here, Rob. Join me in the centre of the head-to-head stadium. Fantastic stuff. Our champion for 2006, Daniel. Bad luck. I will ask you to come out here as well. You were a great champion, as we said. 7 victories in the head-to-head stadium. Great performance tonight as well. Unfortunately, you're not going to leave with the belt, but we would like to present you with your plate for the runner-up of 2006.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Show it off, mate. Number 2 in the country. And Rob, congratulations. This is the moment. You are flying off to Britain to sit centre court for the finals of Wimbledon in 2007. Put your hands together for your champ, folks. Good luck getting that ticket through the gate at Wimbledon, but it has been a dream of yours to go to Wimbledon, and you seem pretty emotional right now.
I can't believe it, to be quite honest. I really can't believe it.
It was a great victory tonight. And Daniel, how did you feel? Just probably beaten at the buzzer just towards the end.
He beat me for speed. I still needed speed to win it, and he had more than me, and the right man won.
You've been good fun to have around. Well done. Rob, if you'd just like to give Emma the check one more time. Yeah. This is the moment. The belt is yours to keep. Show it off to your adoring fans. Put your hands together one more time. You are Australia's greatest sporting triumph. And as Rob celebrates, we say farewell from the Head-to-Head Stadium and wish you all a very good night.